Hi, everybody. So we're going to start off this video apparently with some animal love. I just got home, so he's all excited. Anyway, yeah. Well, it's been a crazy couple of days, let me tell you. Not sure how you guys are feeling. Hope you're feeling good and making it through this. I wanted to come on here and just go over a couple things because it is intense, and so I'm getting everyone's feeling it as intensely as I am. Um, yeah, basically, today is what we call a portal day. So anytime there's repeating numbers, um, this one is really interesting because of the numbers and the number two, which we'll go into in just a little bit here. It's going to last from today till the 22nd of February. So it's a pretty big doorway open. And that's going to really mean that, yeah, it's going to be a rough ride. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to have its ups and downs. But the reason is because we're on the precipice of major change and big change. But this time, like if you watch the video from yesterday, we're talking about more positive change and moving in a more positive direction. So it's sort of all of those things that we've been praying and meditating and asking for are starting to actually usher in. So, yeah, there's still going to be some disruptive energy in there, just because, um, like we're still clearing out some of that old system, and it's got to collapse, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's not pretty right now, and we can all tell that. I'm just looking here. I just wanted to check. So, because today and tomorrow too, we have lots of strong solar winds coming in. So normally they sit, around 0 to 2 is normal. Um, and today we hit 4, but we could hit up to 5 or 6. So that's just all that energy, kind of being blasted at the earth. We're starting to find that it is actually affecting people on physical, mental, and spiritual levels. So some of those days where you're not feeling particularly good, just know it's probably that. Um, you know, like, and yeah, especially when you have a day where you're just not feeling good and then suddenly you're fine the next day. Like, unfortunately, this is going to be that energy of this next couple of weeks. So, what we can do is, I think it's really important for us to gather and to meditate and to just feel better by, you know, staying as grounded and as neutral as we can. That's going to be the hard one, neutral, because, it is very polarized out there right now. Trust me, I've had my day of just being put through the ringer of polarity. So, and I just had to finally say to this person, I'm like, I'm done. I'm not engaging in this anymore. I did engage. It's going to happen. So if you want to throw gasoline on a fire, it's going to explode for you. So the better thing for us to do is carry water, like we got last night, and kind of soothe and cleanse and massage this whole really deep intensity. So um, some of the stuff we probably want to look at doing is like letting go of preconceived notions of how this is supposed to go and just trust the changes that are coming in, and the happenings. And then just always keeping in the back of your mind that this is divinely guided and it is positive, and news is finally coming in that we've sort of been waiting for, and we're also divinely protected. Nothing is going to happen to us in this unless we let it happen to ourselves, right? So it's going to be bringing in a whole new set of realities, mindsets, and the big one that I'm seeing a lot is it's like the potential for miracles, however you define those, is available to us. So we've really got to feel it and see it and then manifest it. So I always say to people, if you know me, you've heard this analogy a million times from me, is that when we're in these manifestation periods where it's happening, the thing with the manifestations right now is that you can set an intention and you can almost expect rapid and instant manifestation. So, because it's happening so fast, but it works for positive things and negative things. So, if you're out there in fear and worry and all of that, you're just going to attract a bunch of that to yourself. So it's kind of just trying to get that mindset. I always say it's the Ghostbusters thing, right? Nobody think about anything. And then, of course, we inevitably think of something. So if you're going to think of something, do not think of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man or whatever preconceived fear or monster or manifestation. Don't bring it into your life. So try to catch yourself as often as you can so that you're not manifesting things into your life that we just don't need to be dealing with right now. Yeah. So no matter the circumstance, whatever that is, try to choose the most balanced, harmonious, and peaceful way. I did not do a good job of that today. I know that I didn't. Anyway, so we really need to release a lot of fear and worries. We need to kind of stop. You never want to stop listening to your ego, but just take it with a grain of salt, and you don't need to really buy into what it's the negative things that it's telling you. And honestly, just expect miracles. It sounds like trite and stupid, but if I do get up in the morning and my day tends to go better if I'm like, today I expect a miracle. I don't define what it's going to be or how it's going to come or worry about any of the coulda, shoulda, woulda things. I just put out the intention that something miraculous is going to happen. And it usually does. It's not something like big and eventful. It can be little tiny things like getting a check that you weren't expecting in the mail when you need it the most, right? So that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of mindset. And again, let's try to be in that mindset of we got to try to go for the highest good for all, regardless of what you think of people. Highest and best good for all. So just want to talk a little bit before we pull some cards about the number 2 or 22 in this, there's 22 is your most sort of important number here. It is the master number of peace. So we call these master numbers the master architect or the master builder. So it's like an energy of building, though. It's not like a physical person or something like that. It's really when you're getting into a lot of ancient wisdom and vision. So during this time, with all these twos and this two energy, there is going to be a lot of unity at the end of this, hopefully, please, because we really need to come together. United we stand, divided we fall. And transformation is big during these periods of time. Personally, what you might find, you might have more heightened awareness and intuition coming in. So if that's something that's new to you that hasn't been in your wheelhouse before, just sort of realize that stuff is coming in. And so the best thing I find to do with that one is to accept it, and don't doubt yourself. Really start to listen and trust your intuition. It is a practice. You have to get good at it. So during these next, up till the 22nd, you might as well, take advantage of trying something new. We're going to probably see in our life a lot more blessings. So by that, I mean, again, that's the miracle concept, right? That some just good things are going to start to come in. So, and when one comes in, my suggestion is to always be like, oh, that's awesome. I'm so grateful for this, because that will just keep that cycle building. We're going to see mass awakening and enlightenment in this period of time too. So there might be people that just kind of blink their eyes open during this period. And then there's people that have been doing this a long time and they might just, you know, completely change in the way that like just they're just brighter and they're brighter and lighter. And I think you're going to see a lot of those kind of changes as well. Hi, Nicole. Don't worry about being late. I'm just discussing all the things so you can go back and review them, just kind of explaining what the portal is, what we're looking at for this time. And this is also a really good time for our ability to do a lot of emotional healing. So if you've, like most of us, had a rough couple of years, it's a really good time to allow yourself to be healed. It's not so much about feeling the emotions, because I think most of us are already doing that and have done some of that work. It's cliche, but you got to feel it to heal it. So it is a bit about feeling those emotions, but at the same time, it's just about asking your guides, your angels, whatever team of energy you have around you, whether that's religious, whether that's just, that you like ancestral, whatever you have and whatever you use, just ask for them to say, I really need to patch this part of me up and heal it. So it's a good portal time to do that between today and the 22nd. So yeah, we're going to draw some cards. It was interesting, as I always do, a couple of cards before I start to kind of just so I can get the gist of what I should be talking about. And it was really interesting because the galactic energy came up a lot. So I don't like to really get into this because people's belief systems definitely are like all over the spectrum on this. But, it's just on the premise that we're not alone in the universe and that we do have divine galactic partnerships that are here to help us, and they're here to see this earth go through this change that we're going through. This was always predicted to happen. It was always going to happen. In fact, it's like the big show of the universe, and we get to be a part of it, even though sometimes it's like, I signed up for this, really? Because I want to pick this. There's a lot of I want to pick this in my days sometimes. So we're going to read from two decks that are more galactic orientated, and then and just see what they say. That's it. Yeah, and then we're going to just do a little meditation. I've been keeping the meditations a bit shorter than I used to do, but I figure we can just, it's a good quick thing to do before bed. That being said, sort of the goal for the next little while for this channel going ahead is I will be doing every Sunday night. I'm just toying with whether it's going to be 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. You can always let me know in the comments what works for you better. Or you can watch it on the replay too. But we're going to do Holding Space Sundays. So Holding Space is just about us doing some meditation and some prayer. If you don't like the word prayer, use mantra, anyway, we're just putting our intentions out there. Because I think right now the collective needs a lot of help, right? We all need a lot of help. So let's hold space for each other. And that's what we're going to do. Okay, so these will come up backwards, so I'll just hold them up and then read them to you. I gotta remember to go here. It's too bright on the other side. So align your life. What is not aligned and what needs to change? This is really, we kind of talked about this last night. So, it's just like our spine. It gets out of alignment sometimes. It happens all the time. It's not something that like we can just do once and it's fixed. This is the same with our energy and our chakras and all of those sorts of things. So it's just looking at your life, like what isn't serving you anymore? Like, who isn't serving you anymore? And like it's just coming to a point where it's not worth it having that energy in your life. Like, and as hard as it is to cut those ties and say goodbye to whether that's people or things or habits or whatever it is, we're at this critical stage where these things have to happen right now, because it's too much. It's taking up too much of our energy. It's distraction. It's distraction from what we're really supposed to be doing. So if there's something that is not feeling good to you, really take a look at how you might be able to either just push pause on something, or take a break from it, or cut it out altogether. Yeah, I know it's easier said than done. I'm still human and I haven't mastered it, and I probably won't in this lifetime. The next thing is warrior woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? So, yeah, I think right now, I think this last 2 years, it's been hard for us to be like, this is what I want to do, and you keep getting that nudge and that calling and that feeling, and it's like it's part of aligning your life, right? It's like, what do you want to do? Like, this is why this YouTube channel is up now, because I was finally like, no, I enjoyed doing this, and I loved doing this, and I loved connecting with people, and I loved sharing and reading cards. And so I finally just was like, you know what? No, I need to get back to this. I love this. So trying to get more of that into your life as well. I love this card. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. That's what we're doing. But that's also an action card for us too. So we still need to be dreaming. We still need to be creating, coming up with new stuff. And we talked about that last night. This is a period of like creation, and spring is coming, right? Like, so the best analogy is, what seeds are you going to plant right now, and what do you want to reap? Like, so when spring does come and everything starts growing and greening up and flowering, plant the seeds that you want to see flower by that time. So you can do that work by journaling. You can just even do it by having a nice conversation with yourself, right? I know I talk to myself all the time. It's totally fine. And I'm just going to do 3 more cards from this other deck, and then we'll do the meditation. Yeah, I'm generally going to try to keep these live streams to 20, 30 minutes at the most. Tonight I have to go because my cute little dog that you saw at the beginning, he's got to go in for a little procedure in the morning. So I have to get him ready for that tonight. Let's take away his food. That's so mean. And then, yeah, anyway, it's pretty simple, basic thing. So nobody panic. It's nothing bad. But he is going to be a cone head for a couple weeks. Poor little dude. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So in these cards, these definitely are more of the galactic energy. They do refer to star systems. I'm just going to say that. So I'll read the card right out. If that doesn't resonate with you, just my rule for resignation is, or that sounds like I'm saying resignation. Anyway, is if something doesn't align with you or doesn't feel right, then you can just leave it. In this video, don't think about it again. Don't write it down. Just leave it. It's not your belief system. That's fine. We can work with all belief systems at one time. Imagine that. Anyway, okay. So the first one is empathic starseed. Probably in the next little while, you're going to hear me talk about starseeds a little bit, just so that you understand. The concept in a nutshell is that we, some of us, maybe all of us, were implanted on this earth for this time and change, because we knew that this was going to happen from the cosmos we're going to go through this time. Anyway, so, but the key on this one is energetic sovereignty. That's a big word right now. It's a big catchphrase in the New Age community, and it is important. You are a divine sovereign being. You came to this earth through whatever belief system you believe, but you came here and you have the right to be yourself and to take care of yourself in any way you need to. No one else gets to tell you what to do. And it doesn't matter what's going on in that outside world, because they don't get your soul. End of story. That's yours. Nobody can touch that. Nobody can mess with that. Nothing. That's your sovereignty, is in your soul. The key in this card, though, I think that they're trying to point out is that absorbing what's not yours, which is really difficult right now because there's a lot of opinions out there. So just be careful that you're watching your energy, that you're not taking on a lot of anything from anyone else. And so that's why it's really good in the daytime to do some check-ins with yourself. So sitting down and just seeing about, ask yourself, what do I think about this? How do I feel about this? Where is me in this? So it's just those quick little check-ins to recenter and realign yourself. It's a big message apparently right now, realignment. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity. We live on a planet of polarity right now. Soul growth and conflict. So, I mean, that's a negative sounding card, but it's really just pinpointing what's happening right now. There's a phrase on a TV show called Battlestar Galactica about all of this has happened before and all of this will happen again. We're just repeating some leftover karmic cycles, but it's to make our soul grow. Yeah. So just take it in stride. Know that it too shall pass. The last one is Messenger. Sirius energy, not serious, like I'm serious, but the star Sirius, bringing harmony and balance. Yay, that's a good card to end on. Okay, this is what I'm talking about with this gateway, and it's kind of funny. This almost looks like a portal or a gateway. Lots of light coming through. Like I said, the sun is definitely sending us heavy energies the next couple days. So bringing harmony and balance, and that came up in the description of what this portal means is always reach for the miracle or the higher good for all. Just keep putting that out there because, like I said, we're manifesting rapidly, and we just got to avoid putting out heavy negativity, even though there's forces at work that are really trying to make us do that. So just center yourself every day. Come back and do these meditations. Although then you have to sit through this whole thing. So eventually I'll start uploading a bunch of meditations, just straight up meditations that you can do. And I'll put those into a playlist underneath. It just takes a bit of work. So as soon as I have time, I definitely will do that. Okay, so let's meditate. Let's wind down for the night, but also infuse just a little bit of light and some intentions. There's some intentions in this for sure. So as always, I'm not going to close my eyes because I have to read this. So I'm going to get you to close your eyes and take in a nice big deep breath and kind of shift your body around. Make sure you find a nice comfortable spot. And then I'm going to get you to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And you're going to do this 3 times. Imagine you are standing upon the steps of an ancient structure. built with marble and columns. Everything of the building is pure white. The large arches and columns are open to the outside. A bright blue sky is dotted with small, fluffy clouds. You sit upon the steps and feel the bright white light of the sun upon your face. Breathe and feel that heat and that light as it embraces you. Now, beside you lands a small white dove. It actually now has an olive branch within its beak. It takes off and lands just ahead of you upon a half of a pillar. Walking over, you see an unlit wick. Beside this is a clear quartz crystal. The dove drops the branch and flies away. Take this branch, representing peace, and gently wrap it around the crystal. The crystal represents awakening and enlightenment. You hold them up to the sun. As you do, set your intentions for what you want to manifest. What is the miracle you are expecting? In a flash, the light refracts and lights the wick in the pillar. A strong flame is ignited. This flame will be eternal and will continue to burn throughout this portal. A symbol of peace, unity, and blessings. It will be here for you whenever you need. You can return whenever you want and bring all your intentions, your manifestations, and your miracles. Breathe. Come and sit with this flame daily and send love to everyone and everything upon the planet. Remember, you are an infinite being of love. You are a divine, multi-dimensional being of light. You have come here with a higher mission to assist humanity in their ascension. The time has come, and the time is now. We are the ones we have been waiting for. Breathe. Just take a moment of peace here. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. I hope that was good. I hope that it helps whoever's watching right now have a good night's sleep. And just remember, it is strong energy coming in, and don't ever doubt that that's what you feel. I think sometimes we think that this process of enlightenment, if that's what you want to call it, is that it's only for some, and that's not true. We all came here to go through this. So just you have people at different levels, and we just respect their time and space and how they come through things. So yeah, we can do this. It doesn't seem like it sometimes, but it very much is going to be fine. So I'm just going to do a couple more cards, and yeah. Okay. Oops, those two came together, so that's yeah. Okay. So this, I always love the cards at the end because they seem to just confirm and wrap up everything. It's like a little wrap up. I can't remember what they call that in television. Is it called a wrap up? I can't remember. That's my old life. Okay. Silver. is the first one. So goddess and insight. So stuff is, like we said, that silver is also associated with higher awareness and learning. So it's coming in, and just, yeah, really pay attention to your thoughts, your intuition, your insights. You might even want to just start wearing a bit of silver jewelry and things. The next one is the new and waxing moon. So we just had that yesterday. Conception, inner self, and expansion. So again, just going within, completely understanding that we are headed somewhere, and yeah, it is expanding at this time, and this is the best because it just sums it all up. Plant your seeds, guys. Come on, like really take that to heart. What do you want to see in the spring? Awakening, projects, and renewal. So we're in this. But again, it's that thing. You reap what you sow. You've got to be putting your intentions out there and saying what it is that you want. You can't just, I said expect a miracle, and that's all you need to say. That just helps you have a better day. But really do some work on what do you want to see? What do you want to bring to fruition? What do you want to grow? Yeah, that would just be my suggestion for you, for us all. It's like I said, if the things are manifesting fast, you want to be on top of what you're thinking and the mindset you're in. And we're all gonna have crap days. Those are still gonna happen in the next little while, especially like I said, because we're on this it's going to be a roller coaster, an up and down. So the best things we can do is take care of ourselves, but to continue to do the work and to continue envisioning a unity consciousness, if that's what you want to call it. That's what we call it. That's what I call it. And just bringing in more light and more love. Lord knows we need it. Anyway, so that's it for tonight. I will be live on Sunday for Sunday night, Holding Space Sundays. Hope that you will be able to join us live. In those Sundays, I will also, if anybody's in the comments, I'll be happy to pull a card for you if you want, and we can just have a bit of a discussion as well as see what's going on. All right, you guys, have a really good night. Blessings to you and have a great sleep. Good night.